Welcome to What I Wish I Knew, a new Radley series where we ask members of the Radley community to reflect on their time at school and share some of the lessons they've learned in their careers. It is a pleasure to have Katharine Pooley with us today. Katharine Pooley is one of the world's most celebrated interior designers, an entrepreneur, a Radley parent. From her studio in Chelsea, she has worked on projects large and small, including private homes, yachts, hotels, spas, chalets, and even private jets, both in the UK and around the world. Renowned for her innovative designs, meticulous attention to detail, and for her unwavering support of British craftsmanship, Katharine has quickly become the go-to interior designer for the global elite. Revered by the press, she has been named British Interior Designer of the Decade, International Designer of the Year for Asia, and Entrepreneur of the Year. Katharine, thank you for being with us.
Great pleasure.
What do you wish you knew when you were my age?
I wasn't a great student at school. I didn't study very hard, but I encourage you all to really study well, and if you don't know the answer to something, be brave and put your hand up, otherwise you're going to be left behind. I also think you're at a school that has phenomenal opportunities. You're never going to be in a space again where you've got music or academia or sports, so really embrace it. You're never going to be able to do rowing as easy as you do here out in the outside world. Opportunities. The world is long and big, and I really think you need to take every opportunity that you're given. You never know where it leads you.
How do you define success, and has it changed over time?
Success is different for everybody, and my success is derived by my job. My career is one that I love. It's like a hobby every morning. I also think at the end of the day, it's about happiness. It's one life. You've got to make sure that you're very, very happy. Has it changed? I think my time growing up is probably very, very different to yours now. Is it going to be harder for your generation? Possibly, but I think you are more equipped nowadays than how we were.
Do you have any regrets about opportunities you have missed or not made the most of?
Look, I'm a risk taker. The answer is probably no. If it's out of a career aspect and it was more of a hobby, I used to do a lot of mountain climbing, high altitude mountain climbing, and I did 6 of the 7 summits. I have been to Everest Base Camp 5 times, but I didn't do the summit of Everest because I chose to have a family. Would I do Everest now? Probably not. I've got different priorities, but that was probably a small regret.
Do you have a leadership philosophy?
I believe in autonomy. I think it's really important to let your staff grow naturally and find their own path and direction. I feel very blessed. I have 50 staff and they've all been with me between 10 to 20 years, so hopefully we're doing something right. I believe I never give a 10 out of 10. If they get an 8, there's squeals. If there's 10, there's champagne. And I think that's because you can always grow and do better. It's nice to have that little gap. And when you go on your adventures and your journeys, make sure you take them with you so that they understand how you got to this path and your beliefs and what you enjoy about life. I think that's critical.
As you know, Radley is a school of ambitious boys, some of whom inspired to build entrepreneurial careers such as your own. Do you have any advice for them?
Don't just sit there and wait for tasks to come to you. Make sure that you're in their face, you're trying your best, work long hours, be the last to leave. I do think it's going to be harder now to get jobs, and I think that you need to strive harder to get them. Definitely do summer jobs, help clients or friends, clients that you know. The more experience you have, the better it is for you.
Do you think exam results matter?
Mr. Mull's not going to appreciate me saying this, but my advice to you is not to get too upset with exam results. They are important for today, which is why I've encouraged you to make sure you put your hand up and you learn. But you need those exam results to get your A-levels to your MBAs, your PhDs, whatever. And then that gets you your job. If you're going to be a lawyer, doctor, you do need these results. But at the end of the day, they don't matter. And I'll tell you why. I get 1,000 CVs a month, and I don't even look at the school, the A-levels, might look at the university. I'm more encouraged with things like, have they done a Duke of Edinburgh award? Have they run a marathon? Have they done a music recital? I'm looking for somebody who's out of the box, that wants to go that extra mile to enhance his personality in the outside world.
Obviously you're very busy. Do you have any time to give back, and what do you do?
So I am a trustee for the British Forces Foundation. I'm a trustee for Childhood Trust, a trustee. I'm on a board of about 10 charities. I think it's critical that at some point in time, every single one of you give back. You will get more satisfaction actually from helping others than probably yourself. And definitely find something that you really love, because then you'll give it your all. But please, I think it's one of the most important things you ever do.
Everyone experiences ups and downs. Have you, and how have you dealt with them?
100%. I've had downs. I think it's really important to have down days, because then you appreciate the up days. In fact, my father once said to me, it cannot be sunny every day, particularly in England, but when it rains, you grow. So please, we all have those bad days and say, oh no, that's it. But actually tomorrow is going to be even better than the day before. So embrace them. They're really good for you.
Thank you. Katharine, thank you very much for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you here.
Thank you very much, and best of luck in your future.
You.